Why wasn't I told this 25 years ago? To save me so much pain, aggravation. I wanted to quit the game. It was not fun for me. And then, miraculously, I found my good friend Andy Plummer, who taught me the word tilt. And that word has changed my golfing life, golfing career. Before that time, I was seriously thinking about, man, I go, I'm not getting any better. But then Stack and Tilt changed my life. Andy Plummer changed my life. And it came with one word. And it understood it was called tilt.
Welcome to the green where secrets intertwine. Jess Frank's Golf Academy.
A lot of you people out there have heard me say it many, many times. Tilting my body. So I'm going to go left tilt, tilting my body. He said, Jess, I just want you to tilt. And I said, what do you mean by that? He said, put your left shoulder, left knee, left ear, and left eye to the ground. Okay, and I did that, and all of a sudden, I turned into the picture I wanted to see for the last 25 years. And if somebody had just said the word tilt to me and explained it in that manner, with those cues, I would have saved myself a lot of years of heartache. And so that's always stuck with me. So whenever I go off in my game, when I do get a chance to play, I go back to that word. I said, okay, tilt. So let's see. So I'm going to just left tilt here. So I'm tilting my body. So left shoulder down, left ear down, left eye down. And I really can't hit it any better than that. And that was the first shot I hit after Andy told me that. He told me the word tilt. I hit the ball as solid as I've ever hit it. And I played golf a long time and played really well. And so that word just resonated with me. And so that's why I share that with you in a manner that you remember. Because that story, I know, can change a lot of lives out there as well in golf YouTube world. And it's a fundamental, because if you look at all the best players in the world, they all do it. Just watch on TV. Watch how they tilt their body. They are not turning and shifting their weight and shifting their centers to the right, which I see most people do, right? So they do, that might be a little exaggerated, but that's what happens. They move this way, right? And then they don't hit the ball and they don't hit it far enough. So when I see that, I'm automatically, that word just bing, pops up in my mind, and I'm like, let's tilt. Most people look at me like they have no idea what I'm talking about, but as I explain it, your spine tilts to the left, tilts to the right. But in the backswing, as you tilt to the left, okay, and turn to the right, what happens is that your hips move, your knees change flex, your hips are able to move around unrestricted, okay? So tilting your spine to the left creates a catapult effect, where I was losing tons of distance before that. I was barely hitting a 5-iron 150, 160 yards. Now I hit a 5-iron 210 because of that word, because I tilt my body. So as I do that, as I tilt my body, as I left tilt, okay, what happens? A couple things. Number one, I can keep my arms much straighter. Okay. Number two, my weight's more forward. And number three, this is something that I share with a lot of people who come here to Deer Creek, and when we start talking about tilt, you know, for years I was put on pressure mats, and for years my weight always went to my toes, and I could never figure out why. And as soon as Andy told me the word tilt, as soon as I left tilted, the pressure went into my right heel. And I was like, oh my goodness, there it is. The tilting moves your body in a way that allows the pressure to go into the right heel. And automatically, I picked up so much distance just from that one word. I was able to hit the ball, I mean, so much farther. With every club in my bag, it was shocking. I was able to drive, I was driving the ball 220, 230. I started driving the ball almost 300 yards, or maybe even past that. Like it was eye-opening and shocking. And so that's why, you know, if somebody had told me that 25 years ago, I guess it would be in the year 2000, maybe if they had told me that 35 years ago, Because I took lesson after lesson when I was in middle school and high school, and all people told me was to swing around in a circle and turn my shoulders this way. And so no wonder I had back pain. No wonder I had all those issues, and I couldn't hit the ball really well. And I struggled through everything. And the golf game seemed just like a ton of work to me. And then when you come across that word, like Andy told me, left ear, left shoulder, left eye, left knee down to the ground, I was like, and I hit the ball, I could not believe the sound, the contact, the ball flight, the distance, and how easy it was. I was like, oh, come on. Probably somebody should have told me it 35 years ago. So as I do this, as I left tilt, what happens is that gives my body the turning mechanism. That gives me the extension of my spine up to the sky. That keeps my weight forward. Okay, that allows me to hit the ball in the turf. That creates a better angle of attack. Just so many benefits from that word. So I'll go ahead and hit another one here. So I'm going to left tilt. I'm going to go ahead and hit a shot. And I can't hit it any better than that. That's about as good as I can hit it right there. Nice little draw and everything. So we're going to take it down the line and show you from there. Hello golfers, so I've got an unbelievable opportunity for you. You can now work with me from anywhere in the world. I have my new Swing Mastery online golf lesson program. Really simple to do. You send me your swings, I send you customized lessons back, I can send you customized drills depending on what you need to work on with your game. It's an awesome way to work with me personally, one-on-one, if you can't make it here to Deer Creek Golf Club, and I hope you join. Hit the link in the description below, and I look forward to helping you. So why didn't anybody tell me this 25 years ago? But now that I think about it, at my age, it should have been 35 years ago, right? And I wouldn't have all this gray hair, and I wouldn't have been a mess. But I was able to meet a good friend of mine, Andy Plummer, I'd say a little over 10 years ago now. He taught me this word, tilt, right? Everybody who watches my videos knows I love the word tilt. And I have to completely give credit to Andy Plummer, Stack and Tilt. And he was able to show me why I was struggling with my game for so long, and why I had back pain, and why I wasn't hitting the ball the way I should. And, you know, being a good player for a long time and having your game drop off the edge was not any fun. And so to go to Andy and have him tell me to tilt, it was an eye-opener. I was just like, holy cow. And first of all, when he told me the word tilt, I didn't understand it. Like a lot of you out there, you don't really get it. Or people come here to Deer Creek. So most golfers, what they do, they've taught to turn. That's what everybody says. You got to turn to create power. Well, that's a myth. So what you want to do is in the backswing, if I take my left eye, my left ear, my left shoulder, my left knee, and I tilt it to the ground, that creates a catapult. What that also does is that helps change flex in my knees, keep my weight forward, move my hips on a tilted angle, brings this up, extends my body, and I'm able to do all these great things to create a ton of power, okay? And hit the ball straighter, higher, and farther. So all those good things there. Because I was turning my body, I was collapsing my arms, and that was another thing too. Like, I would keep bending my arms, and I would keep getting steep all the time, and hit behind it. And I couldn't figure out what that was. Like, I always knew I had to keep my arms straighter, but nobody told me the word tilt to use that mechanism, the biomechanics of the body, to perform that task. And so as soon as Andy said, all right, I just want you to tilt, left ear, left eye, left shoulder, left knee down to the ground, now all of a sudden my arms were straight. And I had that picture I always wanted. And then I hit the ball and it came out like a rocket. And so that tilt motion was able to do it. So if I had gotten that word 35 years ago, I might have not been making YouTube videos. So here we go. And it would have caused me all this gray hair. So here we go. Tilt. And I can't hit it any better than that. That's about as solid as I could hit it right there. But I guess everything happens for a reason, right? And I can help all these people out here. I can help people at Deer Creek. And I love it. You know, again, I love helping golfers play better golf. And, you know, besides Andy being a phenomenal guy, super generous, super humble, just somebody who you want to model yourself after as a professional and even as a person, the fact is that he helped my game in the first shot. So from that point on, I was like, oh, well, I'm all in, you know, I'm all in to stack and tilt. So here we go. So I go here, left shoulder down, do the tilt. So as soon as I felt the tilt, one of the things that I always struggled with too is that for years I was on pressure plates and the pressure mats, and my weight would constantly go to my toes, and I could never figure it out. I put my weight on my heels. I put a 2x4 underneath my toes. I do everything I could to keep my weight from going to my toes because I felt like, oh, I'm getting steep, I'm over the top, which is all wrong. Was all wrong information, by the way. And as soon as I got the word tilt, and he told me to tilt, and I did that, all of a sudden the pressure, I felt the pressure going to my right heel, which I had never felt before. And it was shocking to me. I was like, how is that even possible that I'm tilting my body and the pressure goes into my right heel, which for years I've been told my weight goes to my toes. And now I understand, because if you turn your body, your weight definitely has a tendency to go to the toes. Because if I turned and I went to my heels, I'd fall backwards. So as soon as the word tilt came up, I was like, oh, I go, there's the other part of it. I never felt my knees changing flex. I never felt my weight forward. I never felt the tilt of my hips. So my right leg got longer. What happens is that your trail hip goes back now from the tilt, because that gives you extension and turn. So all that good stuff came right out of that. And that gave me power, and that gave me height, and that gave me distance. And so it was just thankful and grateful I was able to meet Andy. Oh my goodness. And that's about as high and straight and far as I could hit it. And it also gives me a reference point to go back to. I don't play a lot of golf, right? I teach a ton. So when I do get a chance to play, I have that one word in my brain that I could just rehearse over and over again. For me, the tilt helps. And there's a lot of people out there that also, I would say the majority of golfers don't tilt enough. I'd say the majority of golfers, because they're swinging away from the ball, or the club's going back, have a tendency to turn their shoulders on too much of a flatter plane, right? So the tilting motion can help everyone. So I know it's going to help your game. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. All right, golfers, I wish I was told this over 25 years ago. It would have saved me a ton of heartache and anguish, and I know it can help your game. Use the word tilt. It's going to improve your game immediately. So please comment, please share, please like, and I really appreciate it because it only helps me grow my channel, and it's going to help me bring you more content to help your game. Thanks again, and I'll see you soon.